I'm Hayden. I'm a student at Alberta University of the Arts, and I'm also the owner and one of the creators of More Good Days Clothing. I just came here today to actually show you guys how to improve your photography and how to improve its artistic integrity. Now, most of these tools I'm going to be giving you are all going to be framing devices, and I actually have one right here behind me. Now, this is called a frame within a frame. Now, you can see how when I'm standing here in the middle, I have this framed doorway around me, and it gives this shot a little bit more of a strength, a little bit more of a ability to shine, and it gives me a focal point. Now, I'm going to be showing you from a camera phone how to use the functions. Now, I would normally, if you're taking photos of landscapes or a group of people, you would use the photo setting, and then all you have to do is click this white button here, and that takes your photo. Now, if you're taking a photo of one person or one singular item, that's when I would try out this portrait. Now, the portrait zooms in, but you can go down here and change it from the 2.5 back to the 1 zoom in and still get your subject. But that's how you use the camera. If you'd like to film yourself, you can click this button and take a photo of yourself. Now, I've got it on portrait mode. And there we have it. Okay, so the easiest way to really improve your photography is think about how you're framing your shots. Now, if you see here, this is what's called a bird's eye perspective shot. The camera is completely above the subject, which is me, and I'm low down on the ground. It gives us a really cool vantage point and a really artistic, beautiful look and end result in your photo. And this perspective is what you would call a worm's eye perspective. It's framed perfectly up from your subject. Now, to take these photos, unfortunately, most of the time you have to get down on the ground. But it does have its advantages because you can take a seat and take a bit of a rest. I find it kind of difficult getting inspiration or knowing what to take photographs of. So going on a little walk and just keeping your eyes peeled, seeing if you can find something to take a great picture of always helps. But just don't stress about it. Take a picture of anything, and it's funny, the ones that you don't think look good are the ones that usually turn out the best. So as I was saying earlier, if you don't have good ideas of what to take photos of, going for a walk can be amazing because it'll help you find stuff that you never really knew even existed. Like, I found this super cool grate, so I'm gonna take a photo and I'm gonna show you an example of a bird's eye view. Now, I'm gonna crouch down, use the portrait function, and get a super cool angle of this grate and get a photo you wouldn't really be able to get otherwise. Now, this side has my shadow, so ideally we should be on this side as you take the photo. There you have it. What a beautiful shot, hey? Well, we all have phones in our pockets nowadays, and our phones are just as good cameras as anybody's high-tech digital camera, and you don't really need anything else. The only other piece of equipment I'd suggest having is possibly a tripod, which is how I'm filming myself, but also have this beautiful photo at the same time, and as I step out of frame, you can see what I mean. So this is another really beautiful shot you can try. It's called leading lines. So if you find a line, you can line up your target, so per se your subject, I'm using myself here, but you could use a dog or another person or even an item or a tree or a flower. But what you want to do is have the line leading to the person. But another thing that makes this shot great is that we have a foreground, a midground, and a background. And I'll show you what I mean. You can actually see this pole right here in the very front. That's the foreground. As you move along the line, you see that I'm here with the line leading to me in the midground. But also, as you follow its way down, there's much more in the distance, like the porta potty, the fence, and the rest of the baseball diamond. That's how you make a great shot. So here's my phone screen again. Now I'm gonna take a photo with this button and I'm gonna show you how to export it. So if you take it here, now you have your photo in your camera selection screen. You can edit it, which is where you would do something like cropping. Now this button here, the sort of square, that's where you can crop your photo. You can take in the edges. You can also change the angle it's at. So if you took it for a landscape position, you can now switch the angle. When you're done, you can click done. And now you can click this share button. Now that's the one that you're going to use to send to a friend, put up online, or even just upload it to your computer. When you're done, hit next. Now, most of us today are just going to be using our phone cameras, but if you do have a digital camera or some sort of film camera, it is a great way to get out and about. I find it a little bit more exciting. So first off, take off your lens cap, turn it on, and then you'll see there's a dial on the top of your camera. Now this dial has a lot of functions and different cameras have different function dials. What you're looking for is the automatic function. Now on my camera, it's green and has an A+ for automatic. And that just lets me point and shoot. And you can hear that click. That's the shutter of the camera going. Now I'll show you up close what I'm talking about. This is the dial on my camera right here. See how it's on the A+? That sets me on an automatic mode. That way I don't have to worry about my aperture, my ISO, and my shutter speed. If you are up to date on those terms, you would switch your camera to manual, but likely nobody knows what I'm talking about, so let's keep it on standard and automatic if you have a camera. This is your button, click, and shoot. I know most of you have took many photos in your life, so I just wanted to give a few little tips in helping them get a little bit better. I'm not here today to teach anybody how to be a good photographer. I'm just here to show you and give you a little helping hand on the way at how to be a better photographer and how to end up with photos that you just love. A couple more tips for your photography outside of using framing elements and focusing on having a foreground, a midground, and a background is just having fun. Go places that you love to take photos. Go out to Lake Louise, Banff, Canmore. Go with a family friend, go with a loved one. Bring your pet. Those are the best people, the best places, and the best things to take excellent, engaged photos of. Thank you.